Hello. Oh my goodness. Please let it actually be stable. I can't believe it actually it works. But, hello. Welcome to more art. I'm gonna do more GBs for the panels. Which, well, I've made two sketches thus far, right? I made this one and that one. And we finished this one a while ago. And I would like to do this one today, actually. Because it looks nice. At least I think it does. I think I might change this one a little bit. At least the head. But for now we're gonna do that. As you can see, I have a little C in the background here. Which is for the actual panel, just to like, I guess, gauge how I want it to look. And it's kind of helpful because I did this one without any really clue on how to do stuff. Or how I want it to look, I guess. So this one hopefully will be a little different. I do have to actually do this one so I can see. Or do I? Bro, I've forgotten everything. No, I do have to do it the other way around. Oh. 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 With all the internet issues I've been having. I forgot to make the playlist again, I'm sorry. I've forgotten. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hide this one for now because it makes it a little hard to see. But, I guess we're just gonna keep making stuff. And like I said, I've forgotten to make the new playlist, so we'll keep using the old one. I did, this is way too large, isn't it? I did change some songs. I added some and got rid of some others. I really need to check how this one looks actually. I suppose it doesn't really matter too much, but I'll try and keep the eyes somewhat consistent. I removed all of the NieR Replicant songs, I think. Because, you get copyrighted for those, no matter what you do. So I just get rid of them. This place is long enough as it is, but like I said, I do need a different one. That's like, I don't know, just different vibe, you know? A different kind of feeling you would get listening to it. Well, I'd have to... Sorry. I have to keep looking at the eyelashes and figure out how they look. Because I did recently change things, and I obviously need to stick with the old stuff for now. That's okay though. I don't know. There's a lot of things on my bucket list of like art, I guess, that I need to do. So I will remain very busy before I can move on to do other things. Not that I, don't like doing this, but maybe in between I'll do a stream where I draw a different character. Someone that's not me, myself, and I. It's not quite as monotonous as they say. Ooh, that's very loud. I also changed the overlay a little bit. Not much, but I did. Actually, I did figure out. In hindsight, I did figure out how you can change the sizing of the like the chat box. But I already changed my overlay at that point, so I was like, you know what? Nah. I did change something else though, I guess, which is nice. I quite like it though. I like the way this looks. I feel like these eyes are very small in comparison to the rest. And since it's chibi drawing, it needs to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's too big. I don't know. We'll see. The sketch is not very detailed, nor did I separate it that much, so I'm going to have to make shit up as I go, I suppose. I do that all the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I think it's more like here, right? Oh, I kind of want to, like, I guess, talk about the bucket list a little bit, because there's a lot on it. I did manage to cross one thing off, which is the banner, thank goodness. But so lots of other stuff on there if I take a look-see. I think after these, right, these panel GBs, I'm gonna make the ref sheet. Even though I reference my own... I do have technically a sort of ref sheet, but it's unfinished and I have changed the design since then. So it doesn't really, like, count, I guess. Maybe I should finish that one at some point. Just to be like, this is what it looked like initially. But I do need to make that ref sheet. I think I'll do that next. I would like to, add, like, little, I guess, information bits onto it. other than, you know, the color scheme, which is very important. I also do need to look into what exactly you need. I'm assuming you need like front view, side view, a back view. That makes sense, at least to me. And then maybe the eyes, I think, are important. To have like a close-up of those. And then what else could I do? I guess the design of the scales on the face. It's something. And the tail? And the like the fins and stuff. I don't know what the word the like the stuff between the fingers is called. I don't really know. But I guess like all of those more fish-like features. Dare I say. Those are important. And don't really know what else, cause like ow. You have like I guess smaller details I've seen on a lot of other people's ref sheets. But considering how very simplistic my design is, I don't think I really need to do that. We'll see. I'll genuinely speaking just make it up as I go, which is how I usually handle things when it comes to VTubing and stuff, because I don't know anything. I'd also like to make mascots. So, little animal friends. I think that would be very cool. And I do have an idea for that. What am I doing? Ooh. That one was a little strange. I don't know. But there's that. And a few other smaller things, I guess. That are like maybe just a small illustration instead of like a full picture. Oh, actually, think about that. I want multiples. Some janky ass teeth. Oh, I guess the inside of the mouth is also important, maybe. What else do I have on my bucket list? I have a long list of things. I guess I do want like an actual picture to post for when I do what streams. Because usually I like posting a picture of whatever game it is that I'm playing that's relevant. Jeez. But since this is art, I don't really have such a thing, and I have to make it myself. Which I don't mind doing. I've made pretty much everything myself so far. Because I'm a broke ass bitch who continue to do so. You know, it's fine. That's not like a bad thing. Just a lot of work in it. But I do actually like doing this. Oh, it's fine. I don't know why I panic so much. I don't want to say it. I don't want to jinx it. But, so far, my Clip Studio has not crashed from an art piece in a long time. Since I got all of my new PC parts. Which is very good. What do I do here? A hydration screen or scene as well. I don't know what you would call that, honestly. How do I go about this? Where do I start? No. That works somewhat. Obviously, it's very important to hydrate during summer. So I encourage you to drink very regularly. I also have my water here. And of course, I'm going to be drinking. To get the brain juices flowing or something. Alright, let me tackle this side, I guess. I don't really. See, this is why I usually make my my sketches more separated, I guess, because I can't tell what's going on right now. But we're just gonna have to deal with that as we go. And that's just how it is. I need to definitely close in on that and take it close. You won't be able to see much of it if I have like scuff going on like here because panels aren't very large, but I still wanted to like. Well, it's mostly because I do wear masks, right? And that means that if there's some sort of open space, it's not gonna work properly, and I'm gonna have to do it by hand, and I don't want to have to do that. So I make sure that there's no gaps anywhere. As far as I can see, anyways. I think I need to make this a little. It's too large a brush, hold on. And the squiggly. I don't know if that's because I can't draw sharp lines to save my life, or straight lines, whatever you want to call it. Or it's because my pencil, my what's it called? Help! My pen, my drawing tablet pen, isn't quite properly connected to it, I don't think. Like, it is connected, it's just a little buggy, right? Which means that it does hop a little bit. So if I'm very far away, this is a lot higher than I usually do things. So if I draw from far away like this, for example, and then you zoom in, all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's a lot of squiggliness at the start of things because of connectivity issue. It seems to not be a problem when I draw closer, like when I zoom in, I guess. But I really don't know what that is. I don't know much about these things. Just trying my best. Alright, I have so many moves. Which is interesting. I hope that doesn't come to bite me in my ass. So far, at the very least, things are looking pretty alright, I'd say. There we go. It's pretty good, actually. I also like to, something that I am very afraid of doing, but I really should be doing it, is, making, a background to use for myself. I don't know how to draw backgrounds. Very evident, because I don't do it. Ever. But I should try and have one. Even if it's, like, nothing... like, I'm not trying to make one of those, like, rooms, I guess, you see VTubers have. Because I don't know how to do any of that. Like, I don't know how to draw furniture, and I don't know how to draw perspective. So I don't imagine that would go very well. Although I should learn how to do that. Baby steps, right? Small little baby steps. I.e., not making an entire room from scratch. I know that a lot of artists are like, be Delulu! You can do it, just gaslight yourself into thinking you can. But, like, I don't think I'm that good at gaslighting myself, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, if I do that, I will have to start small. I'm gonna have to learn a lot anyways when I do the rough sheet, because I don't really do side perspectives. Or the backside. It's usually just the front, or like what's it called? Like a 3/4 is my go-to, because I'm lazy and uninspired. That's just how things are, I guess. Or I'll have to learn whether I like it or not. And I guess the same goes for making that back. I want it to be like a underwater kind of thing, which would be fitting for me, obviously. But I don't actually know how to draw water, for one. And for two, don't know how to draw because like my line art is pretty thick, right? As you can see. A lot of people have very thin line art, so like drawing backgrounds works better, I feel like, for these people. But I don't really know how to keep my style, I guess, while also drawing something in the background. But I'll figure that out, I'm sure. There's those two, the ref sheet and that background. And the mascot, I don't know how to draw animals. But I'll have to try, I guess, and make one, because I need to be cute to have. I don't think I would I guess animate it. Right? Probably not. But it'd be nice to just have one, you know? You can put it somewhere. And it'll look real cute. Really separating that. It's because like because of the sketch, I don't know what's going on, so I have to be really careful. Oops. Whee. On another note, I'm gonna do Nier again sometime later this week because I did do a little bit of research without spoiling myself on the endings. But since I didn't do a lot of side quests in the child part of the game. Shit. I think I need to continue with an older save file and then get all the weapons there and then do the adult stuff and get all the weapons as much as I can there. Which will take a very long time. I think ending B doesn't require it, but all the other endings do, which basically means for me that I will be doing a lot of off-screen grinding because there's like 30 plus weapons in the game. And a lot of them cost a lot of money, first of all. We're gonna have to try and figure that out. But, I guess there are plenty of other games we can play in the meantime, so it's not really too much of a big deal. What I would like to do is do like a regular, longer game once a week. Ah, shit. Once a week. So, like, for example, Nier or Dragon Age game or something like that, or Final Fantasy, like not the MMO one, but another one. So like 16 when it eventually comes to PC. And then I'd like to do a cozy game as well. So like, I don't know, Stardew Valley or Minecraft or something. You know? I think that could be pretty fun. I'd like to try that. Kind of format so it doesn't like get too monotonous to always be playing the same game. Although I do like Nier. But this especially currently is just, I'm gonna have to be grinding so much on my own time. With like a guide because I don't know how to get all the fucking weapons. So I'm gonna have to do that on my own. And then I guess I don't quite understand how that works. Because technically you have to play through the game 4 or 5 times. And you do need all of the weapons for all the endings, right? Which is annoying. But what can you do? I'll have to do that off screen. Because like that's boring as fuck. But hold on. This one. I guess we'll be doing something else in the meantime. I don't know what. Other than, you know, a cozy game. But like, I mean, I will continue to play Nier. At the very least, until I finish ending B. Right? And then after that, we'll see. Because, like, it's a lot of work. I might go back to it after a while. Okay, so that's the hair on one side. Let's do the other side. Or you know what? I'm gonna do this first because this thing is gonna be in the way. My music is playing right now. I should have a look-see. Ah! That's also a game I want to play. Maybe I'll do that after Nier. Final Fantasy 13. Because I do have it. But we'll have to see, I guess. So it's still gonna be maybe 1 or 2 new streams, I reckon. And then we'll move on to the next thing. Which I don't know what it will be yet, but we'll figure that out. I do want to play 13. Just out of sheer curiosity, I guess. And also because the music's good. Like, it's really good. There are some other games I would like to do. If I take a look. I mean, the Night Dragon series. All of them. I am, personally speaking, absolutely waiting with bated breath for any news regarding the new one. But they are keeping us very much in the dark. Which I guess is fine, because it's like not anywhere close to being finished. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I really want to know what's going on. I don't even know how certain parts, or at the very least the first two games, would go. Like content wise, can I show that? I don't know. I'm gonna have to maybe ask around what other people might be saying. There we go. And then you extend this, and there you go. A whole ass hand. Because I played, not obviously, but I've played through all of them, right? Drainage is one of my favorite series. So I've played through all of them before. And I do remember certain things that would make me go, can I show this? Or am I gonna get in trouble for it? I don't know. Final Fantasy X is also something. I guess that would be cool to play. Although I don't have one on Steam. I had it on console back in the day, but I don't anymore, so. It's a whole different beast. I also do. These are like a lot of games that are like relatively, I guess, speaking, lengthy, right? Like JRPGs are really fucking long. Even just like ignoring the gargantuan amount of cutscenes that you have to go through. There's still quite a lot of content of just like doing stuff, and that's not considering 100% of the game. I don't think I'm gonna do that on the stream. Especially something like 13, because that takes like literal hours of grinding. And no. Respectfully, no. I do remember I followed like a guide back in the day for it. Which I might also have to do for if we want to do specific things. but I don't remember how to. But like, I remember there being like the fastest way to get certain thing is to grind this for hours, and it's like, bro, I ain't doing that on stream. And that is not happening. Oh well. The story in and of itself is more than enough. I think I really do want to go with 13 next. 13 and then maybe try New Origins. I also have Elden Ring, I guess. But that one scares me because I've never played Souls-like before. Like a From Software game, and I don't think I'd be very good at it. Which is very fun to think about. Honestly, I think I imagine I'd play it on a controller. That and 13 also. I think most of these. Well, actually, in Dragon Age games, I will all play it on PC, so I put them with with a keyboard. Okay. But I think those in particular. I'm gonna embarrass myself with that as well, because I'm not very good at those games. As much as I really love Dragon Age, like, sorry, I was hydrating. I'm trying not to lose my voice, but talking just does that to me. Like I said, I'm not very good at those games, as much as I love them. So I imagine I'll be embarrassing myself quite a lot. But it'll be fine. I don't remember how old I was when I first played. Jesus. Those games, or at least the first one. So I might have just magically grown as a person and become better, but I highly doubt that. We'll see when we get there, I suppose. still miles away. But I would definitely like to play those before the new one comes out. Because, it has been a while, and I would like a refresher on, like, overall, I think I do remember the story quite well, right? But it's just like the smaller details that will have definitely escaped my notice as time passes. So, oh, and also, I guess, since the Dragon Age Keep is a thing, I can have my own, like, world state, I guess, for the next one. Since it does carry, like, if you have the Dragon Age Keep and if you use it, it does carry over, which I think is very cool. That does, however, lead to a lot of different possible outcomes for each consequent game, which is why maybe it takes so long, partially at the very least. Because, like, I mean, spoilers, I guess. Word. For example, your Grey Warden can sacrifice themselves at the end of the first game, and they're just dead, right? They're gone. So if they, for example, were to try and bring back said Grey Warden, that only works if your Grey Warden is still alive. So you need some sort of alternative if they're not, you know? And I guess that with, like, all of the different choices you can make has to be a tremendous amount of work. I cannot even begin to fathom how much would go into that. And also, like, all the stuff. You can sacrifice your fucking Hawk in the third game. And a lot of people, myself included, do want to see their characters again. I personally, I know this is probably, like, major fucking copium, but I would really like to see my Warden again. Because out of all the characters that you make, or that you play as, I care about my Warden the most. I guess it's because I played Origins the most, and also before all the other games, and well, I played the game a lot. But I don't think that's gonna happen in particular. I would like it to. I understand that they've been hesitant to, because unlike the other protagonists, I guess, the Grey Warden doesn't have voice dialogue, right? like that you do choose a voice for them at the start of the game, but it's just like combat noises and stuff, so that doesn't really count. Although I personally would totally be okay if they were just like, okay, so out of these 6 original voices, we're gonna pick 2 for the male warden and 2 for the female warden, and then that's all she wrote. Like, I personally would be perfectly fine with that. Like you have in Inquisition. You have the British one and the American sounding one. But I don't know. I definitely just want to see my warden again. I've kept her alive all this time. Stop taking her away from me. I guess at the point, at like the time point of the events of Dragon Age 4, Warden would be quite old already, technically speaking. Maybe, I don't... Like, some time passes between each game, right? So, like... I don't know. It could be perfectly fine. You could also be like 20 years. I don't remember how much time passes. We'll see. I, for one, am cautiously optimistic. Because I'm sure that there's gonna be parts where I, as a quote-unquote veteran player, I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is going on? But I'm sure we'll see more about that in particular as we get closer to release. I did also hear that a lot of the original staff for the series isn't there anymore, which is mildly concerning, I must say. But I guess as long as they keep the story consistent, that's fine. I'm also curious about the gameplay, honestly. Because, like, I understand that Inquisition is a lot more modernized, I guess, than the previous games, because there's quite a gap in between them. But I did like the old gameplay more, I must admit. I liked having actual healers in the game. Shockingly, I like healing. And I like playing as the healer, like the support role. And then I took that away in Inquisition, and I was like, what the fuck? But at least I got to play as a mage, I guess. It's not all bad, but at the same time, it's like, it's really bad. Like, I don't know, I feel like they dumbed down the skill trees a lot. So I'm just looking for that. Okay, there it is. And that's not necessarily a good thing. So I'm hoping they don't keep dumbing things down, because I don't think it's necessary. Of course, the old gameplay, you know, the turn, well, not necessarily turn-based, but like the strategy, like overview, they still had that Inquisition, but I can't imagine anyone actually using it with how Inquisition's gameplay worked. At least I didn't. I remember in Origins, at the very least, I used it a lot. The like top-down view. Maybe not so much in Dragon Age 2. And I just don't see the benefit in doing so in Inquisition, because while sure you can give them their orders, it's not quite the same as it was before. So it's a lot more active, I feel like. So there's not really much point in constantly pausing the game to issue out orders as you did before. And so the top-down view, consequently, also doesn't have much merit. Unless I'm just a bad player and people are constantly using it because apparently it's better or something. But I'm not, so. Or at least I didn't before. Oh, where did I just go? I did not, as a matter of fact, do that myself. Also, don't know how much of Inquisition I'm gonna be playing, because goddamn, it's a very long game. I have like over 100 hours on my main save file, I think, which is a lot of hours. Now that isn't a bad thing, of course, but like, good lord. A lot of this is literally just running around and like looking for things. You know, those like collection missions that are everywhere. For example, that's something. But there's also like those war table missions, I guess, that are time gated, which is really odd. And I might just get a mod that gets rid of that, because I feel like this is not a feature you should have in a single player game. So I'm gonna have to figure out how mods work, because I never modded any of the games properly. I think I did mod Inquisition a little bit, but like not too much. So I'm a bit nervous on how that is supposed to work. I think I will genuinely, if I remember at that point in time. This is like future talk for stuff that's like so far away. It is ridiculous, but I do like talking about such things. It's just me randomly waffling while I spend an entire hour just doing line art. So I'm like not particularly cohesive in my thoughts, but I do try. Maybe I should write that down. I write a lot of stuff down that I just like I guess, think of during stream, because it's like, I'm gonna forget. I don't want to forget. So just, you know, write it down. Yeah, that definitely. Because, like, some of them, I feel like the ones that actually progress the story aren't very long. If I remember correctly. But also, I don't want to fuck around and find out and see a one that's like, come back in an hour and you can progress. And it's like, bro, why would you do that? Because I feel like some of the non-mandatory ones are like actually several IRL hours long, which is crazy. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like try and find a mod that fixes that. And I'm pretty sure there is one for that. It's just like the game is already so incredibly packed, like chock full of things. You don't need to add unnecessary bloat like that, I guess. Like I played the base game for a long time before I actually got the DLC. And I still had over 100 hours in it at that point. And the DLC adds like entire new areas and stuff. So it's like there's so much content. It is entirely unnecessary to add like wait X amount of time before you can do this. It's just an odd choice, I think. Especially for a single player game. If we're a multiplayer game, I guess I can see that happening. Or like one of those build a city strategy games, but it's never like several real life hours long anyways. So there's that at the very least. Oops. But I feel like in a game like this, it just doesn't have any place. Like, sure, you will be spending a lot of time anyways. So a lot of these missions, like you activate it and then you go do something else. But I still just don't see the point of it. Because it's not like there's actual, like an actual time flow that's constantly happening in this game. It's not like it is day X at hour Y and then it actually like forwards throughout your gameplay. Sure, time does pass because things happen, but it's not like an actual game mechanic anywhere else in the game, so I don't understand why they had to add that. But that's just me ranting about something that doesn't really matter that much in the game. But that's what happens when you have most of your brain cells working on something else. I.e., the stuff. Which, you know, I actually almost done with the minor, which is nice. Not trying to be optimistic, but maybe we can finish this one in one stream. Usually I take a lot more time, as we know. But I don't know, I've just been on a roll lately with this stuff, which is kind of nice. Oops. Say that and immediately make a mistake. Typical. This looks really odd. I think I need about 5 maybe? So I already made one. I'm working on my second now. This one, as you may be able to infer by the phone in my hands, is the social media panel. Oh, it's weird, but I don't make it not look weird. I guess this line needs to be a little rounder. And then also just having this part. We're almost done. Crazy. Oh. Wait, hold on. I forgot something very important, which, oops, nope, that's the wrong type there. Bye. Right, I need to turn that on again, because, I feel like I'm just gonna, like, have it, like, whee! Like that. And I'll move it a little bit over, I guess, as I go. Because I want it to look more dynamic. That also means, though, that this whole part here is irrelevant because you can't see that. Okay. Good lord. I'm already at 142 layers. If it starts to stutter, I guess I'll just have to merge some layers, which is, you know, not an issue. I just like keeping things separate in case I need to change something. I like this pose though. I do need to really learn how to work with references though, because this one also doesn't have a reference. And you can tell because the foot looks really fucking weird. But I also Don't know how to fix that, so. I'm definitely, like, once I've quote unquote finished these, like, oh, these, setup art streams, I guess, where I just make stuff for my Twitch and whatnot. I would definitely like to make art streams where I just like study something, you know? Learn something new, like perspective drawing or something. I feel like that would be nice. And it would also force me to learn how to do that, because I ain't doing it on my own, evidently. Okay. I think that's the entire thing, isn't it? Unless I'm missing something. But I don't think I am. Excuse me, I just need to stretch real quick. I think that's it. For the line art, that is. Now, I guess we're making another new folder. Hope that you can see that. Still, I'm doing it. Let's see. So the hair, the skin, the eyes, the top and the bottom, the bikini, the tights, the size, no, tights, yeah. And also maybe the tail. Yeah, I'll do the tail separate because it's a lot of fucking paint otherwise. I also remembered to turn on the time lapse for once, so that's something. I guess we'll just start with the colors, right? Or with the, you know, we're not starting the colors just yet. We are creating a layer mask. And then I have to look a little closer. Get rid of all the parts. Yes, I'll also have to lay down some flats. Afterwards. I haven't like the whole like putting gray under the whole thing so you can see better. Because I've caught a lot more little bits and pieces that I would have otherwise ignored that way. So it's very... Oop. very useful. See anything else? No. Doesn't look like it. Nope. That's it. For the layer mask, and now I will. I don't know. Oh, what I will do, of course, is add that fucking. Oh, okay. Alright, so I have the grain down to see if there's anything else I'm missing. I would also like to take a look at the silhouette in particular. And I guess that doesn't look too bad. I really like this part. Oh, another part that I need to do, or another thing that I need to do, is also add the liner to the layer mask. I will get some more water real quick, and then I'll be right back. protect. I have my water. And hold on. Okay. I guess we'll start with the individual parts of the body. And I always sort the my folders by the order in which they kind of like sit on top of each other on the drive. So for example, the hair, which is kind of like sitting on top of everything else for the most part, gets the topmost folder. And then next are the eyes. As the eyes sit on the face, and the face comes after that. That is how I make it work. And I guess down here you don't have to be very exact. Because that way you don't really have to, or at least I don't have to worry about being very accurate. Because parts that are meant to be on top are already on top, so I can just do whatever, I guess. It also makes the bottom layers easier because I can just randomly draw over them the already existing layer masks. Here's how it works. You if you like go over it, I guess. Like for example, say I'm doing this part here, right? And I accidentally go here with my magic wand tool. Because this is already part of a different layer mask, it doesn't get affected. Which I think is a very cool feature. Thank you, Clip Studio. Very cool. So as it gets faster and faster the further down you go. And I would call that neato. Oh, the eyebrows. Well. Magic Wand tool has saved me so many hours, by the way. I used to fill in everything by hand, which is actually insane. And I remember that it took fucking hours. And I'm glad that I am no longer doing that, because I think I would lose my mind. But I still have to fill in certain parts. Because it's not 100% accurate. Oh. Oh, wait, no. 122! That's also a neat little tool. I don't know many tricks, but I do know some. And they're pretty cool. Is that the entire hair? Oh, no, not quite. Wait, no, never mind. It is. Right here next to the eyelashes and stuff. Nice. That's it? It looks like it's okay. So I had the layer mask from my view. And then I'm going in with the colors, I guess. My hair does have 3 different colors, so I'm gonna have to do all 3. I don't think you can see any of the other ones that I have right now from this perspective. Unless I like, no. But I do promise that it does change color eventually. Sadly, I have no reason to show you more of my my body. That sounds really weird. I don't mean it to. That's not what I meant. But like, what I mean to say is that my lower hair and all the other parts would just like push me further up, and then I'd be in the way, and nobody wants that. This is what it looks like. Oh, little color gradient. I really like it. Oh, a little bit more on this side. Okay. Oh, also, I like to said this last time, I'll say it again. Adding like a, I don't know, the skin color here makes it look better. Don't really know how to explain it, but it looks cool. Alright, so that's the hair. Let's just be different for once and just start with the actual shading already. Because why not? Not the weird one. Yeah, this is the weird one. I need to get rid of that. Well, I completed today. I don't know. I'm hoping I will. And thank you. I don't think it's gonna take that long. But, I mean, considering I'll have to do all the sketching, I think I'll be able to finish it today, even if it means I'll be streaming for a little bit longer. I think I can get it done if I, you know, put my mind to it. Obviously, there's less detail to this particular art style. Oh, I see that. That also means that it might be faster. Maybe. Potentially. I think I see that on the other side as well. Instead itty bitty corners. Yeah. I want to at least finish this one today, even if I'm generally speaking quite slow. I feel like I can finish one, at the very least. After all the sketching, the initial like trying to figure out how it's supposed to look, I did before I start stream, so I think it'll be fine. I definitely want this part to be dark. Like this part. Looks odd and I don't know why. Why does that look so strange? Oh. Guess the magic one had a bit of an oopsie here. That's fine though. It happens. Okay. That's one layer. But I'm gonna add another one. That kind of has the same function, I guess. But for a different part. Or maybe some of them will overlap. Simply because there's a certain amount of depth to things. Like these parts, for example. These are all supposed to be dark. Because they're in the shadows and in the background. But this part also supposed to be dark because it's covered by something else. Oh, I see that. That's fine. I think I also want this part to be darker. And these, because they're all covered by something else. I don't really know what I have going on here. That's okay. No, that's too much, actually. You can always blend it out. And we will have to in certain places. It doesn't look quite as strange, but not like a very strong sort of. But just a little bit to make the edges a little fuzzy, you know? Yeah. I feel like that also needs to have some color out. That's only fair. And then some more. But I'm gonna start switching colors up a little bit. For this particular part. Wait. And yeah, parts that are further behind require more shading. And since this is at the very back, it gets the most shading. Very curious how it's gonna look with this though. I'm gonna have to change the color on this. Tonal correction. Hue, I think. Right? Oh, you can't even see that. Okay. We're just adjust this a little bit. Obviously, this is a different color, so it needs to have a different gradient, but I'm also gonna add this blue over here. I kind of, I guess, approach the coloring of the hair or I guess things in general, but mostly the hair, in two stages. The first one being this, like ensuring that there's different depth levels, I guess. And the second one is adding the hair texture, which is the more tedious part, I guess. So I have, well, I mean, it's not like I use some sort of magical brush or anything. I just use the water blender kind of thing, I think it's called. Not exactly like that, but you know. And I use that to create the like look or the appearance of strands. There we go. I definitely need to like change it a little bit. You know, hold on. Mode. No, wait. let's change it a little bit. I feel like I need more. Just playing around a little bit right now. Trying to figure out how to make this look better, I guess. Okay. And then another thing, I guess, which I like using just a watercolor brush for is oh, actually having the proper layer properties would be a fun idea, but also using a watercolor brush to add some color to the edges to give it a more three-dimensional look, I guess. So I just roughly do like the outside. I'm not like paying too much attention to where I'm going, just trying to outline it a little bit. And then just with a regular blur tool, I'll just go over it. I will lower the opacity a little bit afterwards. Just like doing this though. It doesn't like add too much, but it's just a little something, you know? A little something that makes it look a little bit nicer. I feel like I need to change the hue on the bottom part, but the other layer as well, which I guess makes sense. Just a little lazy, that's all. Okay, so I have all of that. Which one is it? Is it you? It is you. Okay. I'm taking the lasso tool and then circling that and going back to tonal correction. Making this a little more desaturated, I guess. And changing the hue a little bit. And that way it works out. Okay. I'm also gonna add another layer. To add a lighter part. And I'm gonna use an airbrush for that. I don't use airbrushes that much. I feel like I should because they're actually kind of useful. But I also don't want to overuse them. It's just like a little bit of something, you know? It doesn't need to be like grand or anything. I just step 1 and step 2, right? I'm gonna save. I'm gonna get rid of all these. And I'm gonna do the strands now, I suppose. I try to think of them not as like individual strands, but as like a bundle, I guess. Because if you think individually, that's way too complicated for this kind of art style, I think. So I just kind of divide it into different parts. And then go from there. I'm already partially doing that anyways with my line art. I'm just reiterating these particular lines more often than not. Again, I might change the hue down here for that as well. But we'll see when we get there, I guess. There's the biggest part anyways. I've said this last time, I think, as well. The hair usually takes me the longest because of this particular part of it, which just is a very lengthy process, even though it's not like overly complicated or anything. That's gone. There we go. I'm just drawing strands essentially, and then using a specific blending brush to create texture with it. So it's not actually like difficult, I don't think. It just takes a while. Or maybe I'm just slow. I don't know. I'm sure there's definitely like ways things could be done faster. That's for future me, isn't it? Future me that's gonna curse past me and be like, why didn't you learn this sooner? It's so much easier this way. But oh well. For now, we're just making these little guys. These little cheese. So I can actually look somewhat competent when you look at my page. Even though I am absolutely not competent, but at least I can try and trick you into thinking that I actually know what I'm doing, which I don't. Disclaimer, I don't know what I'm doing. But I can pretend like I do. Wait. What the? Do something. I forgot. Which is fine. But I get to feel it as a result. Hydrating! Yay! And also doing some things in the background, I guess. I actually don't quite mind how this in particular, like here, looks on the bottom with this color. But I feel like for like the harder, the deeper shadows, I do need to adjust the hue for it. Ideally, I'd just like pick a different color for that part from the get-go, but that requires forethought, and I don't think. So, you know. This is a digital art program, so you can very much adjust things as you go. Which is very convenient. Okay, this last bit down here. This little spiral, I guess. And now I save. I guess, I don't know, where do I start? Here? Always need to make sure that the brush size is appropriate for the area I'm working on. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Hold on. Because if you choose one that's like too big, all of the texture will be gone. And we do want texture. So I'm not like just randomly swiping over it all. I'm trying to, I guess, have a hard edge sort of between them. I guess I'm trying to. Not always successful, as you can see, but I try. So that some parts are lighter, darker. And that creates the hair texture that I really like. This is a somewhat lengthy process though, because I have to go through each one of these individually. Hold on, wait a minute. Give me the. Excuse me. It was getting dark. And I need to see. I should like check, I guess, how it's too big, no shortcuts. How much time I spend on each stream just drawing your hair. So it feels like an eternity passes while I do this. It looks quite nice, I think, as a result. That's kind of how it works. Good things take time. Maybe in the future. I'm sighing so much. I'm sorry. I have a model variant with a different hairstyle that's not quite as long. It's cool, I guess, in theory, right? Having like really long hair, but good lord. Do I spend a lot of time on it? Which I guess is fine, but it is monotonous. I do really like how this looks though. I just think it looks cool. I don't remember how I used to do the hair before that. Before I discovered the secret. Let's just go from one side to the other, I guess. I need to make the brush, the blending brush smaller for these areas. Because otherwise, all these tiny, tiny details get lost. And I don't want that. I guess monotonous tasks like these would be less boring if my music wasn't also putting me to sleep. But I forgot again, so I have to deal with the consequences of not having different music. God, it's already 2 hours in. To be fair, it's only like an hour to do the line art. I've been doing the hair for an hour. Okay. No, you know what? A lot of it was setting the layer masks up. I think most of it was there. I'm not even... I think most of it is there. It doesn't even feel that long though. I don't think it feels that long. Maybe it's because I'm like constantly doing stuff, so I don't really notice it. But it doesn't feel like I've been doing this for like an hour already, you know? Crazy. This one almost done. With the hair, I can stop torturing myself. Oops. There we go. I think to have I'm gonna have things to waffle about. I don't know. I kind of need to focus on the hair a little bit, so I'm not quite as talkative. Because I want to make sure it looks at least half decent in places. I'm currently a little occupied. I really do like that. I don't know why I'm so weirdly proud of how the hair looks today. It's a bit silly, but I like it. It looks very silky, you know? I'm very, very... I don't know. I think this part in particular It just looks really good, and I see it out of the corner of my eye. It makes me happy. I can't help it. I'm sorry. God bless. You know what, actually? I'm gonna keep it this on this side. We're done with one half. Now comes the other half. Which is much of the same. Yay. Oops. Hmm. Oh, I see. I see that. I see those teeny tiny. Bothers me. Okay. Okay. Part of the, I don't even know what you would call this. The Sephiroth vase looking hairbang. What do you call that? When it goes like up and then back down, I don't know. Like, this is like an actual thing that just naturally occurs in real people, so I don't know if it has a specific name. I just call it the Sephiroth hair because he also has hair like that. There we go. Oh, this part. The background also needs a little bit. So I have to go a little bit bigger on that though. I don't change the brush size much between like the headbangs and the twin tail part. Just a little bit, because obviously twin tails are very large. But you don't even need to change the size that much. I just changed it from a 15 to 25. And that's usually more than enough. Obviously, that depends on your canvas size, right? I think this one is a 3000 by 3000. That's my usual go-to. I don't remember. You know what? I will just check. Once it's finished saving, that is. Canvas size. Oh, it's 4,000 by 4,000, okay. Little bit bigger than what I thought it was, but that's fine. It's 4,000 by 4,000. And that's how I usually operate. Unless, you know, you need like more rectangular canvas, but considering the fact that I usually just draw characters, I don't really need that. But I imagine if you had like some sort of landscape, for example, you'd have a more rectangular canvas than a square one. Or don't. Honestly, I'm not a professional, so what do I know? This is just what I default to. And it seems to be serving me well thus far. I'm almost done. Yay. I'm almost free, Ma. I did it. Oh. My neck. I really need to like do stretch breaks every hour or so. Which would be good for my back because my posture is a fucking mess. I don't know, you have to make that thing. But I'm gonna have to do some little things for that. I haven't quite figured out how to do those yet. Mind you, I've had this for like almost a year now. But I also just didn't stream for most of the year. So I'm pretty much just new to all of these things. Oh, that's not the direction I wanted to go in, but you know what, we'll take it. Okay. Save again. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? Now, highlights. Highlights in places. This part gets less highlights because it's kind of more hidden, I guess. And I need to change my brush size to something smaller again. Or maybe I don't actually, that's almost a little too small. And just integrate that into the hair. Kind of like more of a pulling inward motion, I guess. Yeah. And I'll just randomly blend these ones out because they're not supposed to be quite as intense. Okay. I need to be a little bit more precise with this stuff, but I'm a little lazy sometimes. Like I said, though, the side is further in the back, so it has less shadows. Or not less shadows, less highlights. Month? I know words. And I'm also gonna have a little bit of an airbrush, I feel like. Just a little bit. What I do want to do though, still, is also using an airbrush. Kind of making this side darker than the other one. Oh, and also, this part, because it's like covered by the other hair. That's too much, isn't it? I'll just add a little bit. Okay, if I compare that to the other one. I guess I had a different color for this stuff, so I guess I'm gonna. That's not the right one. Hold on. That's the wrong setting, my friend. Phew. Doesn't really, no, it does. Yeah, it's a better color, isn't it? That's more in line with the rest of everything. Okay. Here. I guess we'll do the eyes next. I'm just gonna. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to lasso that. Right. Okay. Shit, that's not what I want. I need an extra layer for that. Okay. I'm gonna, at the very least, do the rest of the base colors first. Which would be the skin. No. Nope. And this arm. And also this part. And these parts. I guess I can just do whatever here because it's outside of the mask. So it doesn't matter. Okay, that's it for the skin. God, ow. This again? Let me just find something. There we go. I see some small bits and pieces are still not quite the right color. Oh no. Here. It should be it though. However, I have to add colors to this stuff. Okay. Oh! How did I not actually know? Let me try something. I believe you could. Oh, wait, never mind. I definitely have to add some liner. Hold your phone. It's just for a tiny bit, but it still matters. Oh, wait. I completely forgot about that part. I'm not gonna lie. I'm also gonna color is that this color? I think it is, yeah. Yes. I need to add this stuff. And then this whole part, which is just a little bit bothersome. But it doesn't take too long. Oh, actually, I almost forgot. Oh, I guess I need to put this under that. Because otherwise we're gonna have a problem. a little problem. Okay, let me just put that there. Make it smaller. Turn it around a little bit. And then on top of that, a brightness layer. It's just the regular color again, and like magic. Oh, actually, God, keep forgetting to do it here though. Okay, so that's that. And then lips, which are also the same color, green. And the nails are also the same color, green. Oops. And the mouth, which needs a lot of different colors. That's okay. Oh, I need to definitely make that smaller, okay. Wait, hold on. Okay. What else do I need? I think that's it for the skin. Okay. So I need this top. And also this bottom. It's all one thing. But oh, still missing some parts. That's okay. Coolio. Are you... I'm just gonna put the base blue down. Okay. This doesn't need to go on top of that. And this needs to be purple. Over yonder. Not this part. But the sleeves need to be purple, because that's what color they are. Yeah, they're good. And then also, oh, pretty sure that's the right color. Then I guess this part. Let's just all of this together. Also yellow, but I'm gonna shade it differently so it'll look different from the button on the top. The tail gets its own folder, and it is it's blue. It also gets the scale texture. Just like yeah, I don't actually know which thing I'm using for that, so that's kind of funny. I forgot. I may have found it on accident. Okay. And then that's the final. Well, no, so color is that? That's this color here. That's a base color stuff. And I guess I'll just work my way through that. I'm an idiot sandwich. But that's okay. I do want this to kind of have a specific texture, I guess. Means I'm gonna have to use this again. to make it seem more like it's actually made out of thread. And then I can actually do the proper shadows and stuff. I don't think the claws are going to take particularly long because I don't have that much knowledge when it comes to those. By that much, I mean like none, zero, nothing. Which means that there's not much effort put into them because I don't know what I'm doing. But that's okay. That's the tail. Tail also doesn't get much in the way of shading because it's just a fucking tail, you know? It looks like I have a dinosaur tail, but in reality it's because on the panel the big feathery part will be hidden behind the panel. I'm not a dinosaur. Just FYI. Or maybe I technically, I mean I sort of technically would be one, right? Or I'd be closer related to one. An actual dinosaur though. Okay. Loading screen. Loading screen? Loading times are getting longer. Just fine, I guess. As long as it doesn't crash, I don't mind so much. Oh wait, this is the wrong color for that. Lol. I'm an idiot sandwich. It's okay. Again, there's just not much going on here. So there's not really much to do. biggest clothing part, which is more fun because there's more to do. Okay. I'm just gonna add, like, I guess, a little depth to it. If I'm using the right words. Basically, the lower part of the body will get less light. Because that's what you're lying on, I guess? Overall, that part will get less light. Also, all of this and I guess we'll add the wrinkles? That's what you would call them, right? Oh gosh. No. Hydrate? Excuse me. Oh, I see that. That little bump, I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. That was a weirdly abrupt ending, okay. Once again, using this for more texture. So the wrinkles on the clothes look more wrinkly. But because it's clothes and not hair, I'm not gonna be quite as delicate, I guess, in my brushwork. So I'm just going over it in the direction of the clothes. And it it works out. Somewhat. But I do need the normal one for this tiny little thingy. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoa. Okay. Wow, I'm using a lot of layer. I mean, I guess that makes sense because, like, I'm making several pieces on the same canvas. Man, that's a lot. I'm currently at 192, which is a decent chunk, I would say. I guess the more layers I have, the longer the saving is gonna take. So eventually I'm gonna have to merge some stuff. At the very least, the line art. Because for the colors, if I need to adjust something, it'll be easier if I have the layers separate. You know? Okay. Now the eyes and the skin are the only thing that's left. I'm gonna start by making the parts darker that are just in the shadows. So this, for example, or that. Or this entire side. Maybe not the top part. Definitely the fins. I'm also gonna do it a little bit for this one. And that, I guess. Oh, no, not that. This one. Oh, excuse me. A little nose. And all of this stuff that gets covered by the hair. The what is that called? Like the part between your eyelids and your brow? That part of your eye socket. I don't know if that has a specific name. That part. That part also needs to be darker because it's further in the back I'm gonna, of course, add more as I go. For the time being, I'm gonna do it like this. Where'd that come from? Which one is that? Is that you? Am I just like missing something? Oh, okay. The answer is yes. Gonna do the fingers a little bit. And this entire part of the shoulder. Oh, and also all of this, I guess. Somehow I forgot to add that. Which is a little bit annoying, but oh well. Okay. I want the shape of these shadows to remain. So I'm not going to blend it out too hard. No, also. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I thought my program just crashed. It did not. It just decided to scare me, because that's funny, I guess. Okay. And then I guess we'll add some more darker shadows. I'm gonna oh wait, other side. Sorry. I'm going more into the blue, I guess, since I'm a fish and I don't have normal skin color. It really is that simple. Spare as well. Okay, this is gonna be very much blended out. Because it just adds a bit of shadow to the face. Like a little bit of depth. This stuff needs to be a little harsher, I guess. I'm not good at explaining these things, but I do try. I want to explain my thought process at least a little bit. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Wait, hold on. Okay. Alrighty. Deepest shadows are low. And I think they're a bit strong. So I'm gonna lower the opacity a little bit on that. And I guess do this part as well. My jaws look terrifying. It's kind of funny. Oh. Alright, too much detail. Because it's just the inside of the mouth. Nobody fucking cares about that. Okay. Oh, that's too big. Add light in other areas. Like here, for example. Oh, that's too small. That's still too small. There we go. That one was getting into creepy territory. I want to add a little bit of color. On this part. Cool. I forgot that the phone needs a color. But I can just use the base color that I already have. I don't know how I didn't realize that. That's kind of embarrassing. But it is what it is. Either way, I'm gonna do that now before I forget. Okay. I guess. I guess the eyes are the last thing. The eyes. Which are my favorite part. And so I shall my time. I won't, but I don't know. I just like drawing, guys. Even though I end up doing it differently every single fucking time. Where is it? This one, right? Yeah. I might redo those basic shadows actually, because that didn't look very. Oh. Whoopsie. Do see something here, but I gotta fix real fast. Oh, that part as well. I'm gonna have to get back to that. I just saw that. I didn't even see that before. No! It's terrible. Okay. I have to go really dark for the edge. Here comes the usual. Am I going to make it look awful or not? We'll see. The answer is yes. Let's do something else for now. Oh, wait. I need to do this one though. Okay. I'm gonna have to put that under, but I guess this is, or if this works out, I guess I'll just keep doing it. But we will see. Oh, it does actually work. I mean, yay. But all the tribulations from before, they mean nothing now. Actually, since this is facing downwards. Will look a little different. There. Go. Okay. And then pupils. I think that's too low. I'm gonna move it up a little bit. Not much though, just a little bit. Um, and a bit of purple at the top. That's too much purple. Away. I don't know. Some of that looks off. Couldn't tell you what though. Oh well. I feel green. Let's make a green one. No, this one looks weird. There we go. And then you just add other colors, because it's more fun that way. Because why not? It's art. You can do whatever you feel like is fun. Oh, actually. Do that like I did it before. Ah! Send help. I don't know how to draw it. There. It's cute. I like it. Let me check. If did I think I did. It looks like I did. That's not the right one. I did not. That's interesting. Oh well. I guess we'll keep it like this for now then. Okay. That took a lot less than I thought it would. Oh! Wait. I just remembered. Yeah. This one. Fucking rascal. Which one is this? Claire, are you... Oh. Wait. That's already all of them. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Anyways. I guess we're done for today. Cause, I finished this one. That's nice. If I compare it to the background, it's very nice. Of course, the background is gonna have a little bit more to it. But for now, that is, as a matter of fact, it. For today. Not bad. I mean, I don't know how the sketch took me on my own. I don't think it took me that long, right? But okay. I think like 4 hours for one of these is not too bad, I guess. Regardless. Thank you for coming today to watch me fumble and bumble and do a bunch of stupid stuff. And I will see you next time for Cozy Game, I think. Yeah. Goodbye.